In a quiet village, where mornings began gently with soft sunlight and birdsong, lived a small boy named Ayaan. The air was calm, the days predictable, and life moved at its own peaceful rhythm. Every day, he walked the same dusty paths, barefoot and unhurried, greeting familiar faces and listening to the heartbeat of village life. Children laughed as they ran past him, elders sat beneath trees sharing stories, and thin trails of smoke curled upward from warm homes. This village gave Ayaan safety, comfort, and love. It was everything he had known since childhood. It held his memories, his laughter, and his sense of belonging. Yet, even in this calm world, his thoughts often drifted far beyond the fields and houses. Sometimes his eyes would pause, his steps would slow, and his heart would feel restless for reasons he could not explain. Because beyond the village stood a mountain, tall, silent, and wrapped in clouds. It watched over everything, unchanged and mysterious. Ayaan often wondered what the world looked like from above it all. He climbed trees, stood on rocks, and stretched his sight as far as he could. But deep inside, he knew. Dreams do not stop at trees. One quiet night, as stars filled the sky and the village slipped into sleep, the mountain came to Ayaan in a dream. The world around him softened, and silence felt alive. In his sleep, the clouds moved gently, forming a glowing path that rose upward toward the distant peak. The air felt light, almost unreal, as if the world itself was guiding him. The mountain did not speak loudly. It did not command or demand. It simply called him, softly and patiently, like a promise waiting to be fulfilled. Ayaan walked along the dream path without fear. His heart felt light, his steps steady, and for the first time, doubt did not follow him. When morning arrived, his eyes opened, but the dream did not fade. The feeling stayed. The calling stayed. And in that quiet sunrise, Ayaan understood something clearly for the first time. Some dreams are not meant to be forgotten. Ayaan packed only what he could carry, simple food, a little water, and a small cloth bag. He packed lightly, yet his heart carried something heavy and powerful. He carried no map, no guide, and no certainty of what lay ahead. Only belief. His mother watched him silently from a distance. She did not stop him, because some journeys cannot be explained with words or held back with fear. As Ayaan stepped onto the forest path, the village slowly disappeared behind him. With every step forward, familiar sounds faded, replaced by silence and uncertainty. Excitement filled his chest, but fear walked quietly beside it. The path narrowed. Trees grew taller. Shadows stretched longer. Still, Ayaan continued walking. Because turning back would mean leaving his dream behind. And dreams, once awakened, refused to sleep again. The forest tested Ayaan's courage at every step. Nothing moved the way he expected. Leaves rustled without warning. Branches cracked under unseen weight. Every sound felt closer, louder, and more dangerous than before. Fog crept between the trees, hiding the path and blurring his sense of direction. It played tricks on his eyes and shadows danced where nothing stood. Fear whispered doubts into his mind, telling him he was too small, too weak, too alone to continue. His shadow stretched across the ground, reminding him of how far he was from home. More than once, Ayaan stopped, his heart pounding, wondering if he should turn back. But each time, he remembered the mountain in his dream. He remembered the village below. And he chose to move forward. Because courage is not the absence of fear. It is walking despite it. The mountain did not welcome Ayaan easily. It demanded effort, patience, and strength. The climb was steep, rocky, and unforgiving. His hands gripped cold stone, his legs trembled with every step, and the wind pushed against him as if testing his resolve. Loose stones slipped beneath his feet. One mistake could end everything. Fear grew louder now, stronger than before. His breath grew heavy. His body ached with exhaustion. In that moment, Ayaan closed his eyes and remembered why he had started. He remembered the quiet village. He remembered the dream that called him forward. Slowly, he stood again and climbed higher. Above the trees. Above the clouds. Above doubt itself. With one final effort, he reached the summit. From the top of the mountain, Ayaan saw the world as he never had before. The view stretched endlessly in every direction. The village lay far below, small, peaceful, and beautiful. Rivers looked like silver threads. Fields became patterns. Clouds flowed beneath his feet like gentle waves. Standing there, the fear that once felt so heavy now seemed distant and small. Quiet filled the air, not with loneliness, but with understanding. Ayaan realized that the journey was never just about reaching the top. It was about facing fear, trusting himself, and discovering strength he never knew he had. The mountain had not changed the world. It had changed him. Ayaan returned to his village quietly. The paths were the same. The homes were the same. But he was not. His steps were steadier now. His eyes carried confidence and calm. The mountain still stood tall in the distance, but it no longer felt unreachable. It felt like a reminder. Because Ayaan now knew the truth. Dreams do not change the world around us. They change the world within us. And that is where every great journey truly begins.